GM. Trade of the day, Wednesday, 17th of July. Simple one here. And then later on, I'm going to break down a swing trade idea. But I will be entering a Bitcoin swing trade most likely very soon. But first, I want to look at some day trade potentials. So probably on the mainstream, I'll talk about the swing trade for BTC, so don't miss that. And here, what I'm looking at least how I draw it, which also, by the way, what I'm going to show you here will be part of the next volume profile lesson. So first thing, obviously, if it stays at this area here, I expect it to break out and move towards the value area high. If that happens, I will trade this part. Trade the next breakout and just ride the momentum up. I think if it does, if we get like a 1 hour close above 66,200, I think it just goes straight to that 69 because it's doing this sort of slow grinding up. And I think there's probably even more shorts that are still yet to unwind. But still hoping for, at some point in the next number of probably weeks now rather than days, will be a retest of the value area low. I'm very, very confident we get that. Because before we go to new all-time highs or breakout or anything like that, this was the Trump pump. That was Trump's assassination attempt, moved all the way up. So there's a tendency for these breaking news levels and areas to get revisited. So even if that one doesn't get revisited, I fully expect that we come back to here. Question is not, for me, it's not a matter of if, it's when. So it might take time. But the best trade I actually see here is probably a short, on the condition, of course, that we come back inside. So there was the top, down into consolidation, pulled back most of that move, so that is no longer a trending move. Then it grinds back up, false breakout, comes back inside, breaks out again, comes back inside, and then finally breaks out over here. So the way I'm looking at it is this. We had that original level, we had price come down, and all of this was a consolidation. It then broke out with this candle and this candle and this candle, and then that was a valid breakout, which could be having a retest and retesting the value area high, which you can see here. So right now, Bitcoin looks good, looks strong, looks like a valid breakout, and so you'd expect this green path to potentially follow. If it doesn't, however, and if price closes in here, I think there's quite an easy move towards the value area low. And that's exactly what I would be looking at. I'd be looking to get short, back inside that area, trading it down to there. Now I would execute it on a lower time frame, and if I take the trade, I'll show it. But it'd be very simple. Inside of here, expecting the market to move down to there. Where it goes from there, no idea, no interest either. It would just be a very simple trade from value area high to value area low. If this is not a consolidation, then we should hold the breakout. It should not come back inside of it. And if it does come back inside of it, pretty strong sign that this is a false breakout on that time frame and we move to the other side. That's important too because we've already retested it here and held. So if it fails to hold again, I would say it's likely that we're going to go back for some more consolidation and chop. And that doesn't have to be bearish. This is just Bitcoin slowing down. But that's conditional. So only if we see price move back down into that area, looking for a value area low move to VL if close. So it needs to be a candle close inside there. If that happens, I'll let you know. Otherwise, I wouldn't get long here, obviously, you have terrible risk reward. But if on a breakout where you can define your risk, there is a long setup from out of there, stop loss below whatever the consolidation is here, and targeting the old value area high up at the top. So two ideas there, a long and a short. We'll see which one we get. GM. As for my swing trade, I'm going to show you a study on the Bitcoin bands, 1221 plus 50, 100, 200. I'll break that down, plus show a swing trade idea later on today. GM.